I remember back when I was in my early teens, I was like 14, something around that. I had a crush on a girl. And it isn't a love story because she didn't like me back. That's okay. I was young. I was probably 14 or something like that. So, not a problem at all. It's probably good for me that nothing happened. But I think she knew that I had something for her. Girls just know. Okay? Girls just know. They have a sixth sense about stuff like this. You can't fool them. They just know. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so she didn't like me back. And that's okay now. But back then, it upset me like a lot. And I remember I had this way of like getting back at her where I knew she didn't like me back. So I would go on social media and I would be online and I would make sure she was online as well. And I would sit there and I wouldn't text her. And I swear, I was not trying to make her jealous. I just wanted her to take the initiative and be the first one to talk to me because I was always the first one to initiate the conversation. Looking back on it now, when I'm older and wiser, definitely, or probably what she was doing was just trying not to encourage me because she knew nothing would happen, which is smart. So I don't blame her for that at all. So I started to grow really bitter towards our relationship and towards her specifically. And I remember I just started holding a grudge, a huge grudge. I was so angry. I never said anything to her about how I felt about her or, anything about my frustration with her not showing interest back. But I held a grudge for probably over a year. And eventually, I forgave her for what I thought she did. She really did nothing wrong, but I thought she did, and it was enough to offend me, enough to make me hold a grudge. And all this bitterness and this anger that I had built up, as soon as I forgave her, it all just melted away. It blew away in the wind. And that taught me a really valuable lesson about revenge, how it doesn't really benefit you, but more importantly, about how powerful forgiveness is as a tool for your own mental health. I used to think of forgiveness as this weakness, right? Because someone does something wrong to you, right? They hurt you or they neglect you, they offend you, whatever. And you don't do anything about it. All you do is forgive them and let it go. That seems unjust, right? Like if someone does something wrong to you, they should have something done to them, right? It doesn't work like that. Not only does it not work like that, if you think it will, and if you act upon that urge, you're just going to make things worse for yourself. So let's think about holding a grudge. If you're busy holding a grudge on somebody because of how they've hurt you, and what they've done is consuming your mind, it's just making you bitter. It's ruining your peace. It's ruining your mood whenever you think about it. You're letting the person who hurt you live rent free in your head. It's not beneficial to you. Now, let's say you go down the path of revenge, whether you actually do it or not. If you're just thinking about getting back at somebody for something they did to you, even if you're just thinking about it, then you're basically paying them to live rent free in your head, right? Does that sound good for you? I don't think so. It's never been good for me. At the end of the day, it all comes down to what you truly care about, whether that's your own happiness, your own self-preservation, your peace, your mental health, or if you care more about the person who hurt you getting hurt too. If we're talking about mental health, then you got to prioritize yourself, which means forgiveness, letting go of that bitterness that is ruining your mood, your focus, sometimes your day. I know it from experience. It's not helpful. So forgiveness is not weakness. Think about it. What's harder? Pushing through something, leaving something behind you, getting over it, or moping about it? letting it consume you, dwelling on it, holding a grudge. Forgiveness is strength. If you can forgive, you can get over anything. If you just let things go and leave them in the past. Above and beyond that, being able to forgive is just a basic human skill. It's essential to holding relationships. If you can't forgive, then your family relationships, your friendships, and most importantly, in my opinion, the relationship you have with your partner, none of those are going to function properly. Because the truth is, people are going to hurt you. And sometimes those things are going to be small. You're not even going to have a conversation with that person. You're not going to get an apology. But if you let that little bit of grudge, that bitterness, fester and grow bigger, then you're going to run into all sorts of problems if you can't just let it go. Obviously, there are relationships that are toxic. So I'm not saying that you should just forgive and forget. If a relationship is toxic and the person in the relationship who's toxic towards you is not putting any effort into fixing it, then by all means, separate yourself from that person or put some distance, because that's not healthy. So that's not what I'm advocating for. What I am advocating for is that forgiveness is for you. It's to help you, to better your mental health, to give you peace, to get rid of that bitterness in your life. It's not to help other people. So forgiving people is the best route to giving yourself the best mental health that you possibly can. Thank you for watching.